Well, I'll put the post out. His
I
dad,
see.
his dad posted a tweet talking about his brother is 12 years old. Is 5'11". He's 5 inches taller than Trae was, and a better passer than Trae was at the age of 12.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "But this makes me wonder, knowing what his brother goes through, do I want him to pursue the dream of being an NBA player?"
What is he going through? Trae, I love Trae. It seemed like to me, but go ahead.
So my thing is this, like, and I get it. Gilbert Arenas, a lot of these guys talk about it. It's a lot of players back in the day, the reason, they always want to throw the money out, and they're starting to make they're using dangerous rhetoric for me, because it's like, a lot of people trash the All-Star game, and Gilbert's like, well, you got to think Michael Jordan was making $5 million, so of course they're gonna play hard. And my thing is, so cats make $40 million. That doesn't mean you can't play hard. And I heard even, say Gil just said something, and Draymond said something, and I'm like, they're talking about they need more money. That's going to make them be more competitive in the game.
What?
So I'm like,
That is error sometimes, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie, I don't even like being on that get off my lawn and back in my day. It's like, you told that line. Like, these guys like, all right, what if they play hard and get injured? We always knew this for the All-Star game, and I'm going to get back to Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
We always knew about that first half. They would do some tricks. They would let them go and do some dunks. But in that fourth quarter, it was competitive. Or about that towards the end of that third, if it was a big lead, guys would start getting competitive. And in that fourth quarter, they going at it. You want to see who the best is. Let's be real. And people talking about it. It's really been trash since like Kobe's last game, to me. But if you look at it last year, Steph saved it because he made all those threes. But it wasn't a good game, but it was crazy seeing him shoot all those threes.
Him and then Dame coming right back and shooting him right back.
Yeah. Jason
52.5
Tatum
shot
had
victory.
like the weakest 55 points I ever seen. And even when AD scored 52, it was weak to me. They just let him do a whole bunch of dunks.
Yeah, even the Blake Griffin 38 was so weak. Like, he's not better than what. I mean, he almost broke with Chamberlain record. I think that's the record with Tatum. That's the record.
Yeah, and it's like these guys out there. Literally, I didn't even really watch the game. I caught like maybe a little bit of the third. I cut it off, and then I watched the fourth. It was literally Dame Lillard trying to shoot from half court or right before half court, missing, and these niggas just shooting dunks. It was terrible to watch. So going back to Trae, your dad saying he makes me question what his son goes through. Let's be real. When he was out here getting All-Star games, not having expectations, they were okay with them. The moment your team go to the conference finals, they improve the roster.
Mm-hmm.
You go and get DeJounte Murray. Now people expect you to win and hold you accountable for putting up stats and losing, your defense not being good, your shot selection bad. Now they expect you to win. Now it's not fun. And I'm like, I just see it. Like, what's the problem with wanting to be held accountable? And that's why I just say, like, what are guys how are they being raised? Because even with me, I don't know how it was for you growing up. My dad held me accountable. And even with my job, there's a reason why certain people get paid, why certain people get promotions. They're giving you money. They expect shit that come with what they paying you. And if you don't like it, you just go to somewhere else. So if shit is hard for you, Trae Young, just retire then. But no, y'all want to be paid and not be held and not be judged and not be scrutinized. Now, some people OD with it. And this is where I will give LeBron credit because he's been criticized his whole life. He's criticized now when people shouldn't be expecting a 38-year-old to win a championship. But he goes out
I
and
know. It's
plays.
like what they
Yeah,
expect.
like
Yeah.
he's going to be the last of like a dying breed. Him, really, this generation, him, Steph, all these guys that's gone, that's like 34, 35 plus. We won't see cats like this no more. Now you got a league of like, it's about to be Ja Morant and Shea Gilgeous.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Shea Gilgeous and Morant. Yeah, them two going.
All these emotional cats. You get what I'm saying? It's like, you're going to turn people off. And I've always been happy about these guys getting their money. But why would you can't make that money and complain. I'm not saying that people own you, even down to Kyrie. So you're a brand and all that, but you don't become a brand if people are not watching you. So that's the part that's the disconnect. And I never want to agree with him. But Jason Whitlock used to say that about Colin Kaepernick, not to conflate the two. But he's like, you're pissing off your core base. If majority of these people want, support the national anthem and you piss them off, what are you going to do when, you get what I'm saying, when people stop watching? And to be honest, that's why the NFL got them out of there. They didn't need that controversy. They like, bro, you bad for business. We don't need to be talking about.
No team don't need that every game. We got to worry about.
Yeah.
No team don't
every game we got to. Now I thought they OD'd with it, but every game everybody's wondering about if you kneeling and all this shit. And to be honest, it was too late. But he actually had said when he was trying to play, and I think he turned down like a deal from the Broncos. He said he wasn't going to kneel, but it was too late by then. You get what I'm saying? But just going back to like Trae Young, your father is talking about things are hard for you. Like, let's be real. What was people saying when they got DeJounte Murray? Oh, this is a top 4 team. They gonna be real good.
You already know I wasn't. This but yeah.
What they needed. Trae Book about to be off ball.
Yeah, I just feel like it's only one ball. I just feel like
but
he's good.
They said on
that's gonna take away from Trae.
Y'all not balling. Y'all pretty much like what y'all are last year. And now you're being mad that people has expectations for you. And I'm like, because his dad asked something too. And he like, would you rather be a guy that's like a superstar and get scrutinized, or would you rather be a guy that flew under the radar and just make good money? And it's like, you're mad that your son has expectations.
I'll take the superstar.
A lot of us.
How many superstars are in the NBA? You know, like,
let's be real. A lot of us would. To be honest, we saw this with Steph last year. And this is the reason why he's somewhat getting a pass now. Because they scrutinized his rings until he went out and so-called did it without himself. I mean, without help. He literally, all the records he broke, averaged 33 for a season, lost in the play-in. He had to come back and literally win another championship for people to like leave him the hell alone. The crazy part is the Warriors are, I think that they have they're like 6 and they may be like 6-5 without him. Or during that stretch, they went 6-5 when he sat out. You know, they lost a lot of games when they was doing back-to-backs and shit. But it's like they don't have a crazy record with him this season, but they're not fucking with him because he went out and won a championship. So it's like, dog, like, what are y'all doing? Like, what are y'all competing for? And it's one of those things where too much may just be given to you too early. And I don't want to say that, like, everybody has the right to make what they want to make. But people are not going to want to watch a sport where a whole bunch of millionaires are complaining and just becoming prima donnas. So now all y'all are brands, all y'all on private jets, all y'all got deals, all y'all endorsing something. Now it's to the point where you need more money to compete. They're talking about Draymond was literally saying that. Oh, y'all might got to make the pot bigger.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm
okay.
just saying. I mean, I hate to bring up the Jordan thing, but have you ever seen Jordan not compete? He made $30 million in 1 year. He still tried to
But
take his
see,
head off and win a
and
championship.
to be honest, man, because like people want to disrespect Jordan and them. Jordan still had a crazy contract where he made money
He
outside
did.
of it. So what was his incentive? Because he was literally paid. He didn't make a lot during the NBA, but I mean
Nope.
with the
It was like his
NBA, but
last 2 years. He got 30 million and 33 million. I think
yeah,
the
but
last 2 years.
those years before, he still made money, and he was still the biggest competitor.
Exactly. He still was selling. He still was a big
So
brand
it's
name
like,
commercials and all that. Yeah.
think about it. A lot of these guys played basketball because they loved it. It was fun. Of course, it was a source for them to get their parent and change their lifestyle. But is this are all these guys like now just on the tip? I'm doing this for money, and now that I made the money, I don't want to do it no more. Like Ben Simmons, he was literally balling. Literally, he fell off when he got his $175 million contract.
Yeah, for sure. He was.
Like, even
He
though
do
like he
fall.
was still like he need to shoot threes, he was still like 16-8. And then as soon as he got paid, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm having mental issues. Because, and look, it may be mental issues. Because I think it's a mix of things. You be good your whole life, and then people start criticizing you. You get what I'm saying? That may be hard to deal with.
Yeah, in high school, you all American. Everybody loves you.
Yeah,
In
even in
college at
high school,
LSU,
imagine.
nobody really saying that. We get to the NBA,
Be
people know
honest,
who you
you
are.
was
Like,
probably,
oh man, this dude a bust or not a bust, but like he got to get
yeah,
better. Like,
be honest. He was probably good when he was 8, he was 12,
no,
high
exactly.
school, he's at Monte Verde. There's really, they let you go 17 and 12 at LSU. And now you get to the NBA and people like, bro, you need to be good. See, the thing, and that's another thing with Ben Simmons, not the jump. But see, it's okay being called the next LeBron when you ain't have to prove nothing. Because you got to remember, I think Bron, oh, yeah. No, when Ben Simmons graduated high school, what was it? What was that? No. What was he drafted? 2016? He was the number one pick, 2016?
I think it was
Yeah.
16. Yeah.
So that was the year Bron and them beat Golden State. And it was cool being the Fresh Prince, all that stuff. And he had signed to Clutch. He FaceTimed Bron after the game, and he was like, I'm trying to be like you. And Bron was showing them the championship trophy, like, you trying to be like me. You get what I'm saying? So it's cool when you don't got no expectations and you want to do that. And then they expecting you to produce. Now it's, oh, this shit hard. It's mental now.
Right now it's hard. Right.
Yeah, like,
That's why I
bro.
do respect LeBron because like since 10th grade, he had a lot of really probably before that, but when he was in 10th grade, that's when everybody was like, this guy gonna be the next.
Bro, it is hard to be in the NBA. You're playing the best. You get what I'm saying? You're playing the best. They're not just going to gift you wins. You get what I'm saying? You got to actually go out and earn this shit. Like I said, I see that with my job when people start complaining. I'm like, bro, a lot of us have the potential to earn 6 figures and
Right.
take care of our family. You either going to do the job or you're not.
Or somebody else will do it.
Thank you. Or someone else to get it done. Are some better than others? Yeah. Are some styles different than others? Yeah. Like I'm talking to one of my guys that I went to college with today, and he was talking about wanting to apply and do all this shit. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. But then me, I'm looking at a guy. I mean, I'm looking at me. I'm a guy like I struggled, and for the last 5 years, I have at least made 6 figures or around it. I'm talking to a guy that has never made over 52,000. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So he like,
Yeah.
damn, man, like, I'm trying to get like how you doing. And this is a guy that's working overtime, working crazy, like 60 hours a week and not being paid for it. And me, I'm being compensated for it. So like where it's a lot, and while I'm trying to make the link is it's people that bitch about our job and it's all these hours, but you're at least being paid every time you're on the clock. And when you're not being paid, you're on the clock, you at least have a salary that's around $150,000 and you're getting a bonus of $17,000. So if you don't want those expectations, turn down the promotion or just go somewhere else. But you still have to produce. People are not just going to give you money and nothing comes with that money. There's a reason that, you know, who people hate. I mean, who's a regular NBA player?
Regular NBA player?
Like a guy like this, not to disrespect him, but Ish Smith can bounce around from team to team, and he can go out and score 4 points, and he can go out and score 20 points, and people don't care. But Chris Paul, you better not have 4 points in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're Chris Paul and you're getting $40 million a year. They're calling you up there that you're supposed to be Isaiah Thomas, that you're supposed to be one of the best point guards ever. They're calling you point guard. You get what I'm saying?
And you got all-time great stats and accolades.
Man, people come
and
with
getting
it.
paid $40 million.
Look, same with Dirk Nowitzki. Oh man, you just one of them soft foreign players, man. You don't know
he got to hear that all his career, all throughout the 2000s. He was saying that.
It just took him to, man, all he had to do was win it once.
So now Dirk a hero now.
Thank you. They leave that guy to hell, bro. They never made it past the first round after they won that championship. But people don't care because he got it done.
Yeah, that's the same thing with football with John Elway. He lost 3. I think he lost 3 Super Bowls before he got them last 2. Nobody cared.
No, they don't care. If you look at John Elway,
I hear most people top 5.
People was tripping on him. Oh man, all these Super Bowls he can't get. Same with Peyton Manning. You have to win. And like people hate on Rodgers, and it's cool because he only got to 1, but hey, he won 1. He still can go out saying I got 1.
Yeah, his 1. He's still in my top 5.
No, but
I'm
just saying, like, he still can say I got 1. I still got 1 ring.
Exactly.
Whether y'all hate on me or not, I got 1 ring. And that's just what's happening with these guys. You're not winning. And see, the thing is not even jump on Braun. His conversation is different because it's not about being a superstar. You're in a conversation of I'm top 3, top 5. So the expectations are different. You know what I'm saying? With each thing comes more expectations. And I just look at it because sometimes people don't realize it. Like that in real life, at my job, you have supervisors, then you have little senior process coaches, team managers, area managers, assistant plant manager, and plant managers. When you're a plant manager and these motherfuckers are giving you at least $200,000 to $300,000 a year, you're getting a bonus of like $25,000 to $30,000. Yes, motherfucker, you better produce. I can fuck up and go under the radar because they're not going to care about my 6-figure salary compared to yours. You fuck up though.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, you fuck up. All eyes are on you. What are we doing, bro? You get what I'm saying? They ain't gonna care if I do, because all I'm gonna do is report out. They're gonna be like, all right, I fuck up. They're gonna go to my bosses about what are we doing to correct this? How long we gonna keep letting this happen? And these guys just, like I say, like, and I look at my job, I'm trying to be the best at what I do. I'm not okay just going out sucking. I can go there and just pay people and be all right. But nah, motherfucker, I take pride in what I do. And not to get all philosophical and shit, but didn't Martin Luther King used to talk about that? If you're going to be a person that picks up trash, be the best fucking garbage man ever.
Yep.
These guys like, no.
I don't see why people don't. Yeah, I just don't. I just always had that, like, competitive, like, I mean, if I work, I'm not going to be just the bottom of the totem pole salesman.
Bro, we can start playing the video game right now. After a while, it can be for fun. We gonna start keeping score. And if you busting my ass or I'm busting your ass, you gonna start letting that person know, damn, bro, I'm kind of busting your ass right now. I know we playing for fun, but you ain't won the game in a minute.
Right.
And it's gonna be up to me to try to beat you. or I'm gonna keep getting my ass bust. And that's why I was just like, that's the thing that's annoying me. And the next thing I was, so that was just what I had about Trae Young. The next thing that I was talking